Heather. Heather. Heather, babe.
Yeah.
We're live, okay? You're live on air. Just going to be a few minutes and then we'll get to doing what we were going to do. We're going to make some cool flat earth shirts, everybody, and some merchandise. Not sure what I just dropped there. That might have been my speaker. Let's see. Oh, it's a Dawn dish soap. How do you like that? Okay, so let's just try to pick this up and move our screen over so you all can see actually what we're doing, right? Because that's what it's all about. You can watch us make our flat earth items. I don't like how this is all set up over here right now with these cords, but there's very little that I can do because I seem to be running out of room. So we have a big, hi Elmar, we have a huge table coming in here for our designs to hang up, and I got to see where down here I'm getting stuck on this cord. Oh, I got you. I'm on the back printer. That's what it was. That should give me quite a bit more reach so that I can turn my TV around. And that way we can watch together because I want you to see what we're going to do. And if you all can see that, then I can... All right, cool, yeah. So I saw an image that I want to take a look at here. But you know, I'm down here with the other computer. And I'm running on a split monitor over here, which will be pretty helpful for what I'm about to do. So let me just get my computers up to where you can see what I'm doing. And then I have probably the coolest flat earth image I've ever seen. So let's just try to get some cups set up here as well. You guys can take a look with us. Sister Heather's in the back doing stuff. I'm going to need those scissors for sure. And then you all now can, I think, see our screen, and I'm charged up over here. Sweet, everybody. All right, so here's what I'm going to make, okay? Let's put that one right over here. This is a cool speaker we use when we go out flat earthing, everybody. So, hi. So when we go out flat earthing, we turn this light off myself. When we go out flat earthing, a lot of times we'll use these speakers right here because they actually broadcast very, very loud. Give me a moment here. Heather got me a very cool industrial strength phone carrier, an iPhone carrier. And I'll show you what it looks like. It's actually cool. It'll work in the wind. And see down here, it's going to click right there. Make sure that my screen is clean. Well, how's everybody doing today, by the way? How's everybody doing today? You know, we had a long day. I had a lot of training I had to do. And, of course, dealing with things at the courthouse and stuff. So it's been a long day. But here's what we're going to do. So a friend of mine on Facebook came up with another very cool logo. And so I'm going to take that logo, put it on a shirt. I love it so much. And that's the cool thing about what I want to do. If you have an event that you have, if your Flat Earth organization wants to go, I don't know, protest NASA, let's say, right? Which I hope everybody does. You can certainly get a hold of Brother Ernest, and I'll make you guys your Flat Earth outfits on the spot. and then get them to you for a very good price. If you're doing a Flat Earth organizational event, if you're just doing something to wear a t-shirt, and you want to Flat Earth vocalize and you come up with a graphic, then our organization will actually pay you to create a good graphic that people like. And I think that this is going to be a good graphic that our friend from China created. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of editing to the graphic. It has to be done, or otherwise it's not going to lay out right. So let's go over here and I'll pull up the program and we'll begin to edit. And then I'm going to do a print over here on the Oki, and then I'm going to do a print in on a polyester shirt. So I have a bunch of different polyester shirts back here. And I'm going to show you the difference between screen printed transfers. I'm going to show you the difference between our Oki laser toner. That's what this is here, the Oki laser toner. I mean, it's so beautiful. It stands out, And then what we're going to do, of course, the Oki toner and another screen print that I did, I put it down somewhere. I have to go further into training for screen printing, doing the old-fashioned screen printing. I have to do that within the next 2 weeks. And yeah, Joshua, NASA's thieves, and we're trying to let them know that we've got them on watch. So screen printing, right? I have a screen printing shirt that I did using plastisol, and believe it or not, I think it's right back here. I don't know where it's at. I have it somewhere. Doesn't mean I've... My kid was wearing it. My youngest one was wearing it. So I wanted to show you the difference of the designs and the durability, Our Oki laser toner should be... oh, you did, Leslie. I do recall. Our Oki laser toner should give you 40, 50 washes. When I print into polyester, it's actually going to outlive the garment. So this is one I did in printing school, and of course we have a lot of other ones, So that's going to outlast the garment. Probably the best type of imaging that you can do on a shirt is in polyester, and to dye the colors directly into the garment, because you could wash it 100 times, 200 times, and it'll never, ever, wash out. So, hey Ernest, the logo on your own personal shirt should be a lower... Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. On shirts with beards, yes. I also have a design where I'm doing where the beard, my beard can match my logo. So the logos will go like this, right? So they'll make an upside down arc, because I want my logo going, hopefully longer than or wider than my shirt. But I'll show you guys something that I really like. This is some really cool beard oil, right? This is really good beard oil. It's called Honest Amish. And it's natural. It's vegan friendly. And I think that you can only get it in a Walmart in Pennsylvania. And so I've been holding on to this for ages. But what we're going to do, and we'll get right to it, is get some shirts made, right? Because I'm really excited. And then I'm going to do something pretty neat. What a day. So Heather is over here. Both of our cats, the satellites, are here. This stuff smells incredible. It smells like honeysuckles. But I do have to be careful that I don't get it into the shirts, because if I get it into the shirt and I press the shirt, then, as you know, the beard oil will burn into the shirt, so we don't want that to happen. Get my hands clean. You want some on your hands, baby? There's a lot of them. You come say hi, come on. So the wives, they love it when you put this on their hands because doesn't it smell so good? You guys have to get this stuff. Look, when we go out as a couple, right? Everybody's like, hey, what nice shirts you have. Let's see, can you see your shirt there, Heather? Hey, what nice shirts you have. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start a shirt from beginning to end, and then once Marilyn just said we have a large group of Amish. Marilyn, are you in Pennsylvania? Huh.
Maryland.
Yeah, she might be in Pennsylvania.
That's awesome.
How do you like that? So we're going to get a very cool shirt. Let me get it pulled up over here, and then I need to also smoke a joint. And did I tell you that I also take payment instead of credit card, MasterCard, Visa? We also take payment in cannabis. Because in the state of Massachusetts, you can legally trade your cannabis for your merchandise, right? So if you want a bunch of flat earth glassware, clocks, you know, some of the signs, like even this sign right back here, this I can print on glass. So when my wife bought me my printer system, she made sure that I would get something that, you know, I could walk into an Amco. I could walk into a restaurant and say, hey man, I can print you up 200 cups by the end of the day. But these are glass pieces, and so we can burn this on a piece of glass, shine a light through it, and it'll just look so beautiful. And I think I have one laying around to show you guys, but nonetheless, you already know if I can print on mugs and I can print on mason jars or any type of glass material, nothing is impossible to me. So let's turn around and let's get started, okay?
Love her.
Who's that?
No.
What?
Don't know.
It's Omarcito. Brother Omarcito came out with us at Harvard one time. So let's get our cameras going over here. And then once I lock this on, I want to make sure it's not going to move on us. That's the only thing you have to worry about. This thing will take a hike on us. All right, and I think we can pretty much watch. Can you guys see the screen okay? Let me know. And then we should be able to come out a little bit more, just like that. And I think we're good right there. Okay, let's get started. And the first thing that I want to do, Heather, you want to pull up a chair? Am I sitting in your chair? All right. So the first thing we want to do is make sure that that stays plugged in. I was working over here in Photoshop, and I do believe that my friend over here, I think my friend over here, Chris Lee, is the one that had this image. And then I'll show you what we're going to do. Now everybody, if you are the 50th person that shares this video, you must be a different person. You cannot work for NASA-ized. You can't be a state director or manager and participate in this. But to the person that shares the video 50 times, I will give you a NASA-ized creator mug. These are beautiful mugs. They're one of my favorites. So if you share the video the 50th time, everybody, you can have a free creator's mug, right? So I'm going to pay you to share.
They're coming.
I'm going to pay you to share our video, everybody. So let's go ahead and get started over here. And would you please check your email to see if Michael sent you the guidelines or what I need? It should be in your email. All right, so let's get going. And I think it's, what this person's name was, Crazy Lee, I thought. Give me just a second, everybody, so I can find the person. And it seems like, yeah, Craze Lee. Okay, Craze is what it was. Craze Lee. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at this over here. See if I can't pull this off on the screen. I'm going the wrong way. All right. So we are looking at Craze Lee here. And everybody, this is the image that I'm going to work on. I think it's a very cool image, everybody, and the benefit to this is I just laugh when I see it. So you can see that it says the only thing NASA has sent into space is your imagination. And that's what we're going to turn into a t-shirt today. And hopefully this is going to be a cool one. Hey, Apple, let's see. That's such a cool shirt.
I wore this one to school.
Yeah, what'd they tell you?
Oh, all my friends are going, what are you doing with that shirt on?
They don't like it, huh?
No, they
Well,
do not.
That's because they're...
My teachers were looking at me so funny.
Yeah?
Everybody, all 23 of us were laughing.
That's great news. All right, so let's go ahead and get started on this shirt.
Oh my God.
Yes, Leslie, I mean, to the 50th... what I don't want to have happen, Leslie, is... I'll say this. I'll let everybody share the link. You can share 100 times, right? But I'm just going to go to the 50th person, or the 50th share. The 50th share. I don't want one person going and sharing 50 times. Yeah. But I will reward you for doing something like that. You never know. I may send you a joint or something, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and look. All right. So we're going to take this image here, and I'm going to make 2 copies of it. One, I'm going to make the image to where I'm going to do one of the Oki prints, which are right down here. We'll fire up the Oki in just a little bit. So we'll fire up our printer down here, and then I'm going to fire the printer up over there, and then we'll get this shirt made. Yeah, Apple, I don't think you can wear that shirt to school.
No.
But I would definitely let you wear it out in public.
No, no, I couldn't wear this shirt. No.
Why? There's nothing wrong with this. Is actually called digitus imputicus.
Yes.
So when you flip the finger, digitus imputicus is the absolute right that we have as citizens in the United States, and it's usually digitus imputicus is usually done in absolute anger toward the government.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
All right, let's get started, everybody, because this will take me a while.
That the cops do not like to be antagonized.
Yeah, the cops don't like to be antagonized because we live in...
Because they don't want to have the truth be spoken.
Well, we live in a police state, Apple, so...
Of course.
In a police state, there's absolute... Always remember something, everybody. I know you can't see it, but I had an order for American flags, and so we made American flags on mugs. But I always flip the American flag over because the United States of America, the corporation that is controlled by the Federal Reserve, yes.
We should make a flat Earth flag.
Yeah, I'm going to make flat Earth flags, everybody. So if you would like to get your flat Earth flags, I'm going to have them made here. I don't know. I might get around to doing it later. I might get around to making flat Earth flags tomorrow. Right now, I can make flat Earth flags for your vehicles that are 16 by 20 inches, and they will. What's up? You got some smoke? Could I have a joint, please? Papers? Yeah. Well, I don't know about...
Daddy, do you want me to turn the
papers,
camera around?
No, look.
Okay.
So essentially, everybody, this can be the size of your flat earth car flags. And these will be made out of a polyester material. I can also make them out of just regular, what flag material? Nylon, right? Flags are made out of nylon. So we can, burn something like this on or something else. So let's get started with what we're going to do.
Hey, some are cotton.
I don't have a pipe or papers on me, Kelly, but I do have a pipe. I did turn the volcano up. Yeah. All right.
I'm drinking tea.
You're drinking tea.
Is that new? You want to just smoke what we have there on the volcano and then use what we have later?
Somebody said they love the flat earth flags.
Yeah, I think it's going to be cool
flag.
because if you can, imagine in your mind. Nobody's ever really seen it yet. I mean, you can imagine in your mind you're driving down the road and you see an old diplomatic vehicle.
No, just imagining driving down the road and you get pulled over by a police just because of the flag on your car.
You could.
Yeah.
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 Too good. Oh, okay. Now I get it. Okay.
You're like, yep, I get it now. Okay.
Header.
Lucian. Lucian.
All right, so check it out, everybody. I think this will be a pretty cool idea, and it'll look like this right here. So instead of those flags right there, we're going to have some flat Earth flags, and yes, I am going to be using that computer. That's a computer that will hook up to the Oki. All right, everybody, sorry about that, and then I'll show you what we're going to do here as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and...
Daddy.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go get in the shower. Do you
Well,
want
I would rather you not take a shower right now because it's going to feed into the camera, so just please don't for a moment. I have to download this image, so give me just a moment. This image will be downloaded now. Save the image.
Grammar.
And this is called Mickey Fart, we'll call it, Mickey Fart. And this is done by the person Crazy Lee. Crazy Lee is a very cool graphics artist. I like what he does.
Crazy.
And let me get some of these items shared.
Why is he crazy?
That's just his screen username. We're going to share
Is it
this to the
because
page.
he draws crazy?
Yeah, please don't bump into that. And then I'm going to share this one more time.
That's everybody.
Yep. And then as soon as I get this shared, we'll go ahead and we'll get
All
to...
the people, you're going to share with 7 people.
They'll come on. Don't worry.
Yeah.
You know, what we're doing is just primarily showing them how we can make their shirt and stuff right on the spot. So let me find out where my mouse went. And I want to share this to a group. My internet's a little spotty, everybody. I do apologize, but we will make sure it gets done in a timely manner. So we've got this here. Let's make a flat earth t-shirt.
Daddy, did you mess up on this mug?
What?
Did you mess up on this
That's the first mug I ever did. So I did mess up on it, but it's not that I messed up, I just forgot to turn the oven on.
Oh. NASALive.org.
Alrighty then, let's get going. I just want to keep a screen up so we can watch ourselves. We don't have to listen, of course.
Why are these people aren't
Well, these are people when we went to MIT. They came out to protest us. And so, if you recall, you were there that day.
Oh, that day? Oh.
Yeah.
Me and Heather were somewhere over
That's right.
there. We were to the far left.
I'm just checking out our sound.
Yeah.
Testing.
I was like, no, I don't want to be in the picture.
I don't think I have sound. What?
You're in the picture.
Which way is the camera focusing over there? I can't see it.
I just like to. I like to sit right here.
I can't hear it, so I don't know if our internet is if our internet is bogged down. But let me see if I can hear it. Hey, everybody, are we live? Can you hear us? I've got a frozen screen. Okay, so we're getting sound is good. And here we go. So the first thing that I want to do is build my image into Photoshop, right? So I already loaded the image in. And then what I want to do is come over here, I guess, and enlarge. And just make sure, I already put that into a vector. I want to make sure that there is not any lines on here. This is going to look so freaking cool.
Daddy?
Yes, sir.
Why is there like a flat Earth globe head person?
Where? That's Nathan.
Oh, Nathan?
Yeah, so I'm just checking.
Why didn't
this
you put
out.
Joshua on there?
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
Joshua.
Where's the globe head? Okay, so that looks good. Let's go ahead and export this to quick. I hear a kitty cat.
Yeah, and it's my kitty cat. Hello, kitty cat.
I think the one thing I wanted to do was change this, but I was going to change this. I was going to change that instead of using fart. I wanted to change it to the word bullshit. But, you know, I kind of ran out of time for today, so let's go and see what's over here. I think it would have saved already, and I do believe that might be it here. That is the original, but where did the file save to? File, export. I'm going to export this as oh, I see where it went into my main drive. Once I upload this into both my space control, which I'm going to move over here and get going on space control, first I have to email it to myself or use a jump drive because I am using two different operating systems. And for those of you who do want to, if you're willing to, if you want to call and make a payment, we can take a payment via the online virtual merchant account and our actual merchant account with all of our products and payments and everything. I'm putting in and doing this as we go along, but want to keep in touch with you guys to show you what we're doing. So let's go ahead and get started again. So my space control is on down here. How did we get into safe mode? Heather, is this plugged in?
Might want to double check.
It is not plugged in. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this computer plugged in somewhere. Oh, I know where we can plug it. Let's move this around. I tell you what I'm going to do is buy a bunch of power strips. Don't I have power strips?
I think you do.
Don't I have long extension cords or something somewhere? Anybody? Anybody?
Don't you have some in your room?
Bueller.
How many do you need?
I just need one.
One? Right by our bed has a power strip on the...
Well, yeah, that'll work. Okay. So, one thing we should do is go ahead and keep a power strip out of here.
Well, Harold has a bunch of...
Well, hold on a second. It's not a Harold thing. I have buckets of these power strips.
Lots of things over there.
I have buckets of these power strips. You know, when you go do a show or something like that, or I go to a trade show, you got to have power strips everywhere.
Yep.
Show do, huh?
Yep, we do those.
Let's get this plugged in here, and then everything will go. Heather, can you grab this here? I'm going to feed it through. Just lay it down there somewhere to where it's not going to damage anything. There you go. Hey, here's a grinder for that joint. You got that joint ready?
It's already ground.
Oh, is it? It's already ground? Okay, well, the volcano. Can you go start the volcano, would you please? I mean, I could do that too, but if you could do that, it'd be very nice. The bag's ready.
If you want to use what's already in there?
Yeah, the bag. I'll do it.
Just tell me what you want to do.
Well, I mean,
You want me to add or dump all that out and get them in?
all right, everybody. I really need a joint. So we're getting joints made, and my space control needs to restart. It froze up on me earlier. And then let me go ahead and make sure that this saved. And it should have saved as a transparent. I lost my mouse again. Okay, it's going to the right. Let's see how this saved. That's saved as a transparent. Okay. So down here I got my space control that locked up on me. I'm going to go ahead and start my space control again. Just as soon as I get this item mailed to myself. I have so many things to do today, and I'm like the only one doing everything. And it keeps me busy and occupied. And I'm going to want to take this image and grab this image and drop it into the message here. Pull that up and hit enter. But I think on that image there, I'm going to create it into an 8.5. Well, I'm going to create it by a 9.5 to 10 inch width, and then it's going to be incredible. It's going to fit a and then what I want to do over here, file, create new. Because I have to do something. So we're going to go to custom, transparent. The width on that is, what is it going to be? 13 by 17. Let me make sure that's correct. Joseph, if you're on, that's correct, right? The T1 is 13 by 17. Let's see if that's correct. We're going to be using our Magic Touch paper. And thank you to our friends over at the Magic Touch. Our awesome friend Joseph, who makes all of this possible for a nice price, 17 by 11 by 17. Okay, let's make that 11 by 17. And then what I'm going to do is group my images here because I need to utilize all the space possible. And we're going to call this Mickey NASA Lies. And of course, let's see, we're going to take this image here, throw that in there.
Is it the Mickey with the Jupiter thing?
Huh?
Is it the Mickey with the one that you just showed me?
Let's see. So I may need to redesign this whole thing, and then,
Oh.
so we've got a width, a height of 7 inches. And then what I want to do is take and put that just like that. So then if that is going to print, I don't like it already. I see my problem. So let me do this here. Let me go. I don't like how this is blank. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Let's just go ahead and place it like that, and I tell you what I can do. If I don't like it like that, I can just turn it. Whoops. Do this because I already edited it out. Take this here and then flip it over. And what I want to do is just take and turn it that way. And you know, that seems to work for me. And then I can take my measurements and see what I'm at once I'm at 0. I need to be at 90 degrees. Close enough for me, so you guys want to look and see what I'm doing here. What are you doing over there, App?
Playing with his toys.
Appalicious.
Yes.
What are you doing over there, my man?
Just playing with my toys.
Why don't you read a book? You got a book you can read? I have a bunch of books. If you go to my website, I think I got about 70 books on there you can download.
Yeah. I read one. I read one about 5 pages in.
Keep going. Keep going. So we're going to take that. Flat Earth Ireland! How you doing, Flat Earth Ireland? You know, before they came and captured me, I was often wondering, what happened to our friends, Flat Earth Brazil? Where are they? You don't like the tongue sticking out? Really? I find that, okay, so if you don't like the tongue sticking out, I can design that to where I can take it off. So, but I think it's funny. Remember,
It can make water without the tongue sticking out.
yeah, so what I'm going to do for the children, this is not a children's shirt, by the way, this is for adults. What I'm going to do for the children is take off the hands and, you know, just alter the hands to where they're not flipping the bird, because kids won't be able to wear them in school. And, you know, for me, it's all about what can the kids do with the graphics that we make and the t-shirts that we make. And on my Mac over here, my internet is just so slow that I can't get it to work over here. It's really bothersome. Look at this. See, I don't understand why on one computer I'm just completely timed out. So I don't get it. Not sure, but let's go ahead and get this image made. So 13 by 19 is what I'm working at, or 11 by 17. But nonetheless, definitely scroll down and see what my dimensions are here. Because I've already taken, that's going to be 10 inches in width. And let's do 9 in height. I think that's going to be a nice shirt if you're 10 in width by 9 in height. I have a tape measure back here so I can look at something. Alright, so on that one, I tell you what I'm going to do, because I think that I could make this shirt here straight 12 inches in the length, and I think if I did put that 12 inches, it would look pretty nice. So let's go ahead and make the width on that. The height here, let's see. Want to make sure that I don't change that circle into good because there's something else that I want to put on that image. But if I look at just the circle, I'm looking at. Well, that's the image, but what I have to do is make sure that I don't oblong the circle. And since I'm looking sideways, I'm tilting my head sideways here.
Why don't you tilt the paper that you could be tilted back?
Huh?
Can you not tilt it to go horizontal?
No, not really.
Daddy, why don't you want it to go like that?
Well, he's got to make sure his sign is in proportion.
Width, and then if I go 10.5, I'd just go 11.
How many shirts did you make so far?
About 30.
30? I only see you make like 3.
Well, that's because you're gone all day.
Yes, true.
So if you're hanging out with me all day because you're cool, you wouldn't be there. So we're gonna,
He goes
11.
to school.
I have to go to school for
School and school. Just kidding.
tomorrow. I have to go to school for 4 hours.
And then you're off
Yay
until
me.
Monday.
well, yeah, because I can't sue the United States government for
They can sue you.
Yes.
for religious indoctrination because they're indoctrinating. The schools are indoctrinating the children. The schools are indoctrinating the children with religion. It's called Freemason, Freemasonry. So it should be stopped all at once. It's
It's called
actually,
freedom.
well, it's actually what's considered a violation of separation of church and state. Though, we all have disagreements on the violation of separation in church and state. However, it is held by the United States Supreme Court that promotion of religion in public schools is, against common law. However, if that's the case, Jupiter, Mars, Venus, all the gods of religion are worshipped by the public schools. So that should not be happening. And I got to make sure that that is going to look like a circle to me. And of course, the best way to find out is to take the natural image and just drop it over itself, and then reduce from the corner.
One of my teachers asked, "What's the shirt about?"
She did.
Yes,
What'd you tell her?
It's overstretched. It's not the circle anymore.
Yeah, I know.
I just told her it's a website. Go look on it. It's called Nationalize. And she said she'll look into it. And
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, then you know what they're going to do? They're going to, I tell you what they're going to do. Man, I wonder, I can't get 2 of those in there. And that's what I want to see if I can do.
You have to decrease the size of the logo.
I know, but when I throw it into the program, it's not going to let me, it makes it really hard for me to group the images. And
Joshua
You have to do
D.
2 vertical, not 2 horizontal.
well, you got to do one vertical and the other turn in order to.
But if you're missing some of the org on the top, and if you move the end, like you're
Yeah.
doing.
There's
So
6
it was
people
good.
watching.
Well, yeah, good.
So you're sharing to 6 people. I bet after a while live
I should
streams
hold
get
another one.
boring.
I think so.
What, that live streams get boring?
After a while. Salad dressing.
Okay, there you go.
Same thing.
See, that's great. It's not stretched. It's in the original form.
Well, I know, but what we want to do,
What is the size of the image telling you?
I might as well just eat the
it's 10 in width by 8 in height, which that's okay. I mean,
8 in height.
yeah.
That's a pretty good patch on your chest there.
Yeah, it's a nice patch on the chest.
So
But
it's-
this is for the kiddos. So I'm going to take the Oki. I'm going to take one of these of the Oki
without the
of the laser toner, and I'm going to put it on a hoodie. because children love to wear hoodies.
The middle finger is not for
Take it
kids.
off.
The middle fingers, my kid can wear that absolutely. Anybody tells me that my kid has to be ashamed of digitus and pudicus, I'm going to tell them, oh, you don't understand my child's right to freedom of speech. The government cannot tell my 8-year-old that he can't have that. They'll say, oh, that's a really bad thing to wear. But in my presence, heck yeah, I think that the kids need to mock NASA. Makes me pissed off. I hate that organization.
Ernest doing that in his presence.
Yeah, oh yeah, no problem. I'm like, they want to do that. Children should be absolutely furious that they're being lied to by the United States government.
Daddy,
Yes, sir.
I have a question.
Hopefully I can answer it.
Now,
Don't speak.
when you print a shirt for kids,
Yeah.
how will it benefit them with DCF?
Oh, how will it benefit? Okay, so first of all,
Is on air.
right, first of all, just so you know, this is a great question. Did you guys hear what my kid asked? Right? So let's pull the camera on him.
Heard it from
Right.
Pete
So my child asked, how would something like that shirt benefit them with Children Youth Services or Department of Children and Families? Well, first of all, Department of Children and Families and Children and Protection Services rarely ever protect children. So the United States government needs children for money.
Yes.
Right? Now, you don't have to live your life in a way that says, how can I benefit the government, right? Your main goal is to never benefit the government at all, because the government is the Latin to control.
Yeah.
Right? But let me finish.
Okay.
So therefore, you should not live your life in a method of fear against the government, right? You want to live your life to say what you want to say, to be who you want to be, because if you're afraid of the government, remember that Congress can make no law abridging your free speech.
Yes.
And when you wear something like that on your shirt, or you wear, something like this on your shirt, keep in mind that you are exercising free speech. Now,
But
you cannot wear it. You cannot wear that shirt in a controlled government environment, such as public school.
Okay.
You cannot.
Yes.
You cannot wear,
Yes.
because in those environments you are what's called a captured mind, a captured presence, right?
Yes.
But I'm going to make you one that you can wear in the school that will absolutely aggravate your teachers. And keep in mind that he's only in public school until I file our intention of lawsuit, and then I can pull him out. Because even right now, he cannot be pulled out of school and taught a flat earth curriculum in this state of Massachusetts. You can if we were in Pennsylvania, because I won the right to homeschool you and teach you flat earth material.
Yes.
But I have not gone to court. Hand me that bag right there. I don't even think I got any of that bag. Did you even turn that on? No.
Yes,
Your mom burned it all.
I did not.
So at that point, Apple, at that point, you may wear that shirt every day that you're publicly out with me.
Okay.
People aren't going to like it, right? But
Yes.
that's your right of being in the United States of America at
But-
this time. Yes.
For the 4 hours I'm in school,
Uh-huh.
they capture me for those 4 hours.
Well, I told you you cannot wear it in school. Okay?
Yes.
You can't wear it where a parent does not exercise control over you.
Yes.
So the schools can tell you things like
soon as
they
you
can tell you things like you cannot wear that, but they cannot infringe upon your religious right. In some states, Crystal, in my state that I used to live in Pennsylvania, to homeschool your children, you could not teach outside of the government curriculum. So when I submitted my curriculum to the Pennsylvania,
Courthouse.
well, it was a court eventually because I had to sue. So when I presented my flat earth curriculum to the Pennsylvania Board of Education, they denied I sued. Because they don't want children learning flat earth material. but there's enough of us now that we could file together. And I'm trying to get this filed before the dumbass shills like Mark Sargent and these guys really come around to screw it up. These people, I'm furious at these people, man, because they don't care about your civil liberties as a flat earther.
They want you to believe what they are teaching, because once you believe that, your mind is going to be completely brainwashed.
There are flat earthers who
lies.
Yeah, there are flat earthers who will brainwash you. There are flat earthers who will teach you nonsense, and the reason that they do it is they don't want you totally awake. This is what they do. I'm going to get to printing this shirt, but a lot of you text me all throughout the day. Brother Ernest, we just want to talk to you. So there's a lot of these flat earthers, that are
atheists and trying to.
Now there's really, I've not met a flat earth atheist yet, and I've converted hundreds of atheists to flat earthers. But where they go from the point of becoming an atheist to a flat earther, I don't get involved in their religious beliefs, right? So hold on. Somebody just said, wow, I had no idea I was going to homeschool my kids. Well, Crystal, what state do you live in? Because NASA lies, basically me. I've sued three different states along my way, and I know exactly what I'm doing. So if you are in a state, I'll look up the homeschooling laws for you. All 50 states right now, flat earth material is not allowed to be taught. You may teach it to your children as a part of religion, except, to my knowledge, only Pennsylvania.
Crystal said something.
She's from California. Only... well, no, you should have the absolute right to tell them. You want to... We are at the point... This is what I was getting at, about these hucksters and these fraudsters out there, the Mark Sargents and the people like that. Hold on, let me finish. They don't care about the civil liberties of children. They don't care, this convention that went on, I couldn't go because I was, thrown in the clink, to which I'm going to beat those cases as well. And it's weird because in your first, in the first conference that there was, most people left empty-handed with, wow, what are we going to do in the future?
Yes.
But, hopefully they the
government has power over you, but not over what you believe.
Well, no, they absolutely have power over what you believe. Because if they can indoctrinate you at a young age, then they're going to exercise all power over you. But you know how you keep your heart and mind stronger than them?
Yes.
All right, let's do some push-ups together, right? Come on. 1, let's do some. 2, 3, come on.
He's funny.
How many?
I don't know, I'm already at 12.
I'll do 10.
Your belly flap.
Just do 10. All right. Keep your mind and your heart and your spirit pure. All right, get up.
Okay.
Okay.
I was at 7.
I know you were. Good. So you want to turn in your flat earth curriculum to your public school. You want to go to your school, and I think on this computer I have the video.
Yes, you do.
I have the video. It's on Facebook. I have the video from 2015, where I first went to the public school with my son, and you went too. You went as well.
And I'm 8 now.
You were 6.
Yes.
And we went to tell the school board the earth is flat. Mathematically, you can't stop us.
Oh, Dad, remember that time where you went to praise the school and you hold up a sign while he was with you?
Yeah. That's on YouTube too when we went to... Well, I mean, I flat earthed that school so hard that they actually served me with an injunction of no trespassing.
Yes.
Which I got dismissed, right? I got that no trespass dismissed. I was such a terror to the children at school. They blocked my website. My kid couldn't go onto my website. Oh man, they harassed them. But you know, I guess we won that battle.
Yes,
you know?
we did.
I got the right to homeschool you, and
But now we gotta do that another time.
I know. Well, that's what happened once we had to move to Massachusetts. We had to move to Massachusetts because I wanted access to cannabis. So you know that's what works for me. Now let's go ahead and see if this image finally saved. We're going to save that as Mickey NASA Lies, and then I'll go ahead and.
Daddy?
I know I take a long time, everybody. You know, I haven't talked to you all in a while like this. So the NASA Lies will be in February in San Diego for the NASA Lies conference. From there, NASA Lies will go from San Diego and we'll shoot up north and we'll hit San Jose, and then we'll go from San Jose and we'll go up to Washington State. From Washington State, I'm going to go over to Greg. Hey, just go onto my Facebook page, go one link lower, and you can access our page there for payments. And then so we're going to, right, I need to get into Chicago to go see our friend Joseph Eric and spend about a week or two there. You can also order your shirt at nasalies.org/store. You can also go to GoFundMe, NASA Lies, put in your donation there. Anything you donate to our organization is a write-off, by the way. We're a nonprofit organization, nasalies.org. We are the first flat earth nonprofit organization that we know of that's in the United States. That our mission of operation is to teach people how to flat earth and be secure in their knowledge. Flat earth to me and flat earth to you just doesn't mean that oh, the earth is flat. So what do we do now, right?
We bring it to another level.
Well, there is no other level. Earth is flat. So what we do, you use it to awaken yourself, right? So
we want to put it in the schools.
Yeah, we want to. We're suing the United States government because we feel like they are violating.
That's going to be hard. Very hard.
Why? Suing is just going to cost me $300.
Yeah, but it's hard.
Listen, seriously, people, right? When you invest into nasalies.org, you're not just, come on, I'm not like the other flat earthers out there who are just here, hey, buy my items, you know, and I'm going to go make a YouTube video. That doesn't help you, right? It helps awaken your mind.
Yes.
But how does it pass on to the next generation the liberty of standing up as a flat earther? It doesn't. It doesn't teach them anything. It doesn't help them, right? And so for a lot of parents, they cannot take their children out of public school. It is not even an option for parents because the Federal Reserve has parents. We're working 10 to 15 hours a day as dual working households. And so who's raising your kids, right? I'll tell you who's raising your kids. The public schools are. And that's why they're teaching in public schools that there's a big bang back there. And a big bang happened billions of years ago when all evidence and data shows that there is no big bang. Look, the earth is flat. Look, where's the curve? I don't know if you guys can see that, you know? Let me see if we can zoom in on that because truly, right?
Space station crew.
No, that's not. That's a, look at that.
It says NASA image of the day.
Where?
On the bottom. Yeah. Space
Well,
station.
did they make an error? How the hell is that possible? Did NASA make an error? I think NASA made an error. Apple, hold this camera.
Okay.
If that's NASA's image of the day, dude, I think we caught them in an error. So hold this right here. Right? I want to.
Okay.
I just want to look at something.
Can I screenshot it?
No. NASA, you screwed up, you dumbasses. That's what's called plum. NASA's photo, NASA's image of the day was a flat Earth image. Did you guys see that? NASA's image of the day was a flat Earth image. They're supposed to be up, what, space stations 400
I think they're
kilometers
waking
upward?
up.
400 kilometers upward means that, there should be such a curve that you should see 400 miles. So,
Yes.
well, you would see more than that, because if you're at 35,000 feet, you can see a total of 427 miles. So then,
The bottom. So say if the Earth was a sphere.
hey man, I don't like you.
And
What are you drinking?
Tea.
All right, so pull out that table right there.
Okay.
Hey, you know what else we're going to make, everybody? We're going to make some flat earth tile tables. Yeah, right? Can you imagine this as a flat earth tile table? We're going to do it, okay? So, let me get my space control open, and then we'll keep talking about what we're going to discuss. Well, so, the motive of the conference, and I'll tell you something else, people. You're not going to like this. Some of you, I may offend, right? But listen, if a flat earther is showing up in your neighborhood, right, and they're preaching one of the gods of religions, yeah, they're misleading you. And I know that's hard for people to say, because they're like, oh, no, well, what about this religion and that religion and this religion? Well, it's a matter of faith. And when people say things like, the Bible's a flat earth book, well, no, it's not a flat earth book, but it's not a globe book either. It's not a sphere book either. In the supposed time that the Torah, Tanakh, New Testament, and many other left out books were written, they didn't consider whether there was a sphere. They didn't consider whether Earth was flat by hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles. It just wasn't what they thought about. The writers did tell us things like, there is an end of the earth. When people ask us all the time, is there an end of the earth? I have to tell them, well, religiously speaking, Job 36 says that he will grab the wicked and shake them off the ends of the earth. I guess there's an end according to the writer who supposedly wrote that. But
And Johnny Depp.
what? Yeah, Johnny Depp. I think Johnny Depp's a female, though, but I don't have the ability to know that right offhand. It's just so many of the people that you think are women are men in Hollywood, and so many of the people that you think are men are actually women in Hollywood. And it's just very interesting. That's why I don't watch television. You turn it off, because some of you men out there, you're actually, getting mentally motivated, if you will, by a man, and you're a man because you're watching television. So back to what we were talking about. If somebody shows up and they're preaching a god or something like that, back up, right? Take a step and just say, I need to process information on my own. And I'm not saying I'm an atheist, right? Because as many of you know, I'm pretty religious. So you wouldn't see or hear me out preaching religion to people so much when I'm out flat earthing. But certainly, if somebody's coming to you and they're preaching one of the religious ideologies, I would be on the concern. So let's get back to doing what we're doing. And again, I'm not trying to belittle your faith or anything like that, because faith and belief is a pretty dangerous thing, because beliefs change, and beliefs can be something that you just all of a sudden hold and have, and then in one day you don't anymore because you have changed your mind to some idea. Let's go ahead and load this into my image. And I think what I'm going to do is...
Dad, I'm going to go read one of your books.
Sure. Just go to the website, pull it up, nasalize.org/books.
Where is,
You need one of your
Mom's
computers or your
computers.
tablet or something?
where's Mom's computer?
It's in my bag.
You have a tablet.
It's in my bag.
Okay.
I'm pretty hungry, but I want to get stoned first. want me to roll that joint?
No, we need to put it through the.
You want to put it through the volcano?
It's too.
My 14, Crystal just told us that her 14-year-old challenged his teacher about the flat earth, and she insulted him by saying any educated person would never believe the earth is flat. And he said, so you're saying he's not well educated? Well, you're my teacher, and that explains. And he got sent to the office for that. If you would like to file a complaint over that, and you would like to have a national 501c3 educational organization send a letter of discrimination, and if you'll make your child public, or you want to be public, then I will file an absolute claim against the school of discrimination. That's a discriminatory act. You know, you can't send a child to school if they stand up and say, hey, I'm an atheist, right? Because all of a sudden these atheists out there, and I used to be one, I took prayer out of hundreds of school districts in the state of Pennsylvania, to my shame. And when I did that, I can't tell you what it was like to walk through a supermarket and your face is so known, people just start screaming at you. In the case where a teacher says something like, hey, your child was offensive to us through their knowledge of the flat earth. Hey, look, I had a police officer here in town file a complaint to the Department of Children and Families about me. It went nowhere because of my belief in the flat earth. And my knowledge of the flat earth kind of scared the living daylights out of them. But, you know, most of the police force here are flat earthers. It is a funny thing because I've talked to them. So I was looking for something that I wanted to give your son. They can download it on my website at nasalies.org. Let's see what I did with this. Yeah, so by the way, concerning your child, if you're Crystal, concerning your child, if you will, and you want to be public again, I'll file a letter. But you know, your child can always go to my website and he can download this at nasalies.org, okay, and he can present it to his teacher. And this is the AutoCAD of the spherical Earth. And then he can say things like, well, teacher, you know, if the Earth was a sphere, why is it that I can see so far away like this? He can go download this and take it right into his school, you know. And I've calculated these already. So, you know, if you're looking at something and you're, what, 60 miles away, and you have your breakdown right here of how far, it's 2,400 feet, and in curvature that should be hiding the Chicago shoreline. And so you can download those on our website. And if you're in the state of California, I have a state director already for the state of California, Crystal, and that state director works very close with me in the state of California to ensure the civil liberties of your child who's a flat earther. I'm very irritated that that child was sent to the principal's office for his knowledge, or his belief in knowledge in flat earth. I'm really irritated. Man, I gotta warm the heat press up to 400 degrees now because I forgot about it. How do you like that? So we get to talk a little more. However, we also have a bi-monthly magazine that I'm working on. The Okie is going to give me the ability to print beautiful magazine quality. And one of the points of our magazine and our website will be violations against flat earth children. They're all over. It's time for us to be public and say, hey, listen, we know that the earth is flat. We know we're being lied to. I'm a 15-year-old kid, 8th and 9th grade, and I know that what they're teaching me in schools is completely off the rocker. It doesn't make sense. I can't reproduce the evidence. I can't reproduce this curve, you know. And if children will start to think like that, And then if they do get sent to the office, and there's enough of us coming forward across every state, listen, that's how lawsuits get paid, right? We have to be public enough that we're not ashamed, you know, and that's the danger of these damn organizations out there, not organizations, but these hucksters, you know, I call them hucksters, right? That are out there, you know. This should have been one of the things that were covered at the conference, but they didn't care about that, you know, for listening to everybody. There's no plan nationally for a curriculum to be introduced into public schools yet until nasallies.org came along. And that curriculum is what my researchers and our team are working on. And our team of state directors, they're not just a guy that goes to a restaurant and says, hey, I believe the earth is flat. They've challenged the United States government. They've been persecuted because of their position and their knowledge of the flat and stationary earth. So our state directors are living embodiments, if you will, of myself, because I've been through this fight for years, right? And I know what your children are about to go through. Listen, it's a scary thing when Child Protection Services shows up at your school. We want to talk to your children, right? So you need to go to my website, and I think I just need to make it live. I just have to go hit you can go do it, log in. Joshua, if you're out there, you can log into the website and go make the page live called File a Violation. File a report of a violation. And when doing so, it'll bring up like a 20 questions that you'll fill out. And then, once we have that violation, by the way, what happened to your child, Crystal, after he went to the office? Because if they just berated him and let him go, then certainly what we can do is file a notice to the public schools that alert them that there are flat and stationary earthers out there, and discriminatory actions will not be tolerated, especially when the school's endorsing a religion. Do you know flat earthers just came up and said, hey, listen, you know, you're teaching Freemasonry in public schools, and it has to end. If 250 to 300 of us across the nation spoke up at once and challenged the public schools, man, they would really have to do nothing but wake up. And I have to be careful, because there are fraudsters out there like these Marks and Patricia Steers and these people that will go in there and try to stop what I'm doing, and they'll do it first and screw it all up, you know. So you just got on your cell phone, not a problem. So once we're public about this, people, and once there's enough of us that have come forward, forget about it. And that's why NASA Lies, I'm working so hard. If you're a flat earther out there, you should not be buying your t-shirts. You should not be buying your flat earth material from places like Zazzle, right? At all. Because I am everything that Zazzle has. I have direct-to-garment printers. We have our Oki laser printers. You know, we can print right into this. And every dollar that you spend into nasallies.org is saved within our organization to help file claims in California where a child was just discriminated against because of his knowledge of the flat earth. And that's why I founded nasallies.org. You know, yeah, he's being disrespectful and how his behavior is unacceptable. Let her note that on the report card, you know. Let us make national, attention out of it, because there's enough of us, right? But there's not enough of us if you don't organize under a national organization like nasallies.org. nasallies.org becomes powerful when we have 25, 35, 40,000 members that are all public. And we'll get there. In the next year, I'm going to have over 150 affiliate groups, which is why we're going to do our conferences, one conference every month, and I should be able to hit the United States, and our team of flat earth researchers should be able to travel the United States of America and educate you, because it's not only the knowledge of the flat earth that you need to know. What do I do now that the earth is flat? How do I make sure that the United States government won't infringe upon my rights. Because you know, if Obongo and the government saying, we don't have time for talking about, the flat earth, then every time one of these puppets open their mouths, right, they're liars. So let's get back over here and finish the image. Sorry I got on a tangent, but listen, civil rights violations against flat earthers, right? It's only going to get worse. And it's only going to get worse when there's jokesters out there like the Mark Sargents and these guys. That's not even that guy's real name. Students out there, if you're a flat earther and you're watching, go to nasaalives.org and become a member. It's important that you do that because our team of researchers are there to support you in all the different states that we have in the United States. I have state director out there. We have Joshua James Bolliero, who is the state director over New Hampshire. We have a state director in Florida. I have a state director. I'm thinking about splitting California up into 3 zones because it's so big that a state director, how's he going to get to San Jose? It's too complicated. So we have state director in the process right now for the state of Washington. So many things happening. Let's get one of these images printed because I'm sure you guys don't want to hear me talk about violations against flat earthers all day long. Hey, are you going to start that joint, baby?
Don't do in the bag. No, okay.
Yeah, you can do a bag if you want.
Again on the same temp?
You need to go up 5 degrees. It's just I've got I need a lighter.
Right here. I know this heat press is on.
Yeah, the heat press is on because I'm about to use it. Alright, so what I'm doing is I am over here in my studio and I'm going to go ahead and pick out one of my images here that I want to use, and I think on this one I'm going to do 19 by 13, and then over here I need to do the Oki in just a moment. Let me go ahead and import my image. Let's upload my image and we're going to call this Mickey Finger. Mickey Finger, and then I'm going to find my image, and it's not that one. It might be this one right here. Oh, you know what I could do? I didn't even think about it. Let me try this first because I do believe I can upload 2 of them. I have the rights to that image. I was told by the author that I could use it, and it's got his name on it, so we're going to go ahead and load that image in right here. So let's see what I'm going to do here. I think I want to turn this. Let's see if we can do it this way. And it's going to be right at 8 inches by 10 inches in height. 8 inches by 10 inches in height, and we can measure that over here. 8 inches. Is that circle going to be right? 8 inches. The height is good on that, but I don't like. I think it should be a little bit wider. So let's go to. It's 10 inches in height, and I just want to enlarge it like that. And let's see if that's not going to. Looks like that's about 1 inch off of the paper. 8.5 in width, and I'm going by 13 and a height. So I think I want to go just a little bit wider than that. I just want to make sure that I have enough room to drop 2 of those on there. So I'm going to do that. Oh, you know, I may not need 2 of those on there. just want to make sure that they're not going to run on each other. And I think that what I might have to do is flip that over. 9 inches in width is going to be incredible. Just want to make sure that I have enough room to move that. And that's going to be a 9.3 by 11.51. Let's see if I can do that same thing. 9.3 by 11.51. What I might be able to do is just rotate this a little more so that I can figure out where I want to put this. I don't know. That's going to be my spot then, right? I think that'll look good for a kid's shirt, and it'll look good for an adult shirt. And that's going to look pretty good. I think we can give that a try, and that's going to be on 9.3 inches in width by 11.5.
I think the bottom one can go down just a smidge more.
You think so?
Yeah,
I just want to make sure that we'll
look at the dead space between the two logos.
Well,
the thing
that I want to definitely consider is that the banner's real small on this, so I might have to recreate that banner.
What it's supposed to say on there?
Where the hopes began.
Oh my gosh. It's so long. I don't know if you get the font. That's the thing to match, or do you care?
Huh? No, I mean the font would match. I think I need to go in and recreate that bottom banner.
I think it'd be fine.
You think so?
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty small though. You may not be able to see it. What do you think? Here, back up. Back up. What do you think? You think that'll come out okay, everybody? There's somebody named Yankush Gibeus. Yeah, waxing Gibeus, huh? Somebody from Michigan, Flat Earth, Michigan. Hello, Flat Earth, Michigan. All right, so let's go back and take a look at what I was doing. So. I just don't think that I want to deal with that banner down there. So let me try to do something here. Let's see if I can go new. Yeah, you know what? I mean, now that I look at it, that's going to look pretty okay.
Yeah, I told you it's going to be okay. I think you're overanalyzing it.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think you could be right.
You get that in writing?
Huh?
Can I get that in writing?
Let's see. I just seem to have lost my image I was looking at. There it is. Okay, one second, and well, I was working on it somewhere. It looks like I may have accidentally. Oh, there it is. Wow, that's so odd. Like both my screens quit communicating with each other correctly. All right, so let's go ahead and get this done. Everybody's tired of hanging out with us. Yeah, that's what it is, right? All right, so let's go ahead, and that looks good. Let's go ahead and print, and we're going to call this.
David Dollenberg says CGI.
Yeah, Nikki.
Dollinger.
And so it's going to look like that's going to print all.
Hey, Robin.
So my printer driver should have come up somewhere. I think it's right here. My sawgrass is burning up on fire right now because I just don't know where my print driver is.
Oh, when you do one of those and one of those. 2 different logos.
I mean, one like that, the other like that. You know, I guess I could have, but I kind of don't like the Cartoon Network. A lot of people, I have it there in case somebody wants it, then I can just go ahead and print it up. But what's really odd is my driver should have printed already, and it just didn't. So it should be in the front, right? I don't know why it didn't print.
Hi, Shane. How's your daughters doing? Are they in bed? Are going to bed?
Hey man, are you gonna start that joint?
Oh, gosh. I mean, I was letting the thing cook. You know what I mean. Look at that cat.
Man, it's like my driver just quit on me. Here we go. So if I want to take and look at this, I can. Everything's fine there. We want to go to the bypass tray. Everything's fine here. Man, that's gonna look awesome. Alright, let's see what happens. Let's get that thing printed. Bunch of these items we have here. I thought that I already launched it. Oh man, my internet is just so freaking boogered right now.
Did you just say booger?
It's boogered.
That's funny.
I don't want to save that one. I don't want to save this one. I don't want to save that one. Ha! This is probably the funniest picture I've seen. Somebody gave this to me on Facebook and they wanted me to make them a shirt out of that, so I'm going to redesign it because the graphic is not a very good one, but this one's pretty funny too. This was sent to me as well. Got some stuff up there for you, everybody. stuff up here, and let's see if I can't get a look in the printer under here. You know, you see it? That's gonna look awesome on Apple's little shirt. Oh my goodness. In my opinion, when I made that, or I should have made this right here, really, really, really large. So, but that's okay. You know, people wanted the shirt. I make them just to their design, and that's exactly what he wanted. He didn't want it too big. It's still going to look cool.
Not on youth shirts,
Huh?
on a youth shirt, not.
Oh, that'll look great on an adult shirt. Forget about it. Okay, so go ahead and hold this on me, please. So, come on. Are you kidding me? Yeah, this is going to be a very nice image. So let's go ahead. And
Robin said fart is hilarious.
yeah, so now I need to print one up on the Oki, and I have to change the temperature on the Oki. I think when I use the Oki here, I think I go to 320 by 40 seconds or 20 seconds. I gotta go look again. Just pull our shirt out.
We say smoke them if you got them.
Hey, that's the thing, right? In order to turn the flash off. In order to do what I've done and get these printers and everything, right? So we're 30 grand almost in debt, such is life. But, in order to do what I needed to do to get these things, I had to go into debt, and I had to sell all my cannabis off. So in doing so, it helped me a little, but now I've got to go through another crop of, cannabis, which sucks. So, hey, look, if you got cannabis and you want flat earth material, I'll trade you. Straight trade. So Kelly, bring this over here so we can get a load of what we're doing. And I thought, oh, you were sitting on her shirts. Man, you got to pay attention to that stuff. So everybody, if you can go ahead and pick it up. If you want to get your NASA Lies fart shirt, Crazy Lee is the artist who created this shirt. So the shirts are $25. Of that $25, a percentage will go to the artist, enough that they're going to smile. Now, I've already talked to the artist. I don't know how the hell I'm going to get him money in China. Come on over here. You're going to definitely want to flip this around because you're looking at the wrong side and everything's in reverse. This is where the road meets the rubber, they say, right? Looks like I'm about square. My shirt's a little off-centered. Guys, I'm going to get the laser. The laser will get my shirt about even. Man, you know what's funny is that my press is not locking down. So I may have to lock this down and hold it. So my press has been going upward and downward. And the only thing I didn't check was my pressure. Yeah, it's at 9. That's the problem. Okay, so we back that pressure off. The ever problematic press, right? Sweet. That should have locked down. I just want to make sure. Locking down. Damn. All right. I'm going to solve that problem right here. I have to hold the press down, darn it. Got to make sure I don't lift up the press, because if I lift up the press, there might be some type of glue deposit or something on my magnet. Ellison Onizuka, still alive. Sharon A. McAuliffe, still alive. Richard Scooby, still alive. Michael J. Smith, still alive. You could point it over there. Now, once I press it again, the center line, or you'll see the line off. It's a beautiful shirt, everybody. I hope you buy one. And I'm going to work and see why all of a sudden my press wasn't shutting down or wasn't locking. So look at that. It's awesome. Yeah, technical difficulties, but, you know, school. Huh?
You can read it fine.
Oh, yeah, so you can totally read that. Turn the flash on. Look at that. So the cool thing about this is that, you know, it burns into your shirt and it's there for life and for the life of the garment. Let me turn that off. It's there for the life of the garment. So, all right, now I'm going to start up the Oki. I'm going to start up the Oki. And let's take a look. Wow, dude, that's a real nice shirt. The only thing I would have done, in my opinion, I'm going to go make that bottom where the hoax began, I'm going to go make that larger. So here you go, everybody. If you want to get your, don't take the tag off. That belongs to the customer. And it belongs to the partner of NASALives.org. So that shirt can be washed 100, 200, 300 times. And no problems. It'll last forever. And I just think it's such a beautiful shirt. So this is what it would look like if I actually was wearing it. Tell me you can't see that from all the way over yonder. You could see this shirt. It's the most awesome shirt ever. And we're going to do one on the Okie in just a minute. And this is where the rubber's going to meet the road, because if that little print can show up on the Okie, and it will, you got a great shirt. So, wow, look at that, everybody. See how the little guy came out right there? The little guy on the globe is there. That's so cool. And it feels amazing. Okay. So, Heather, come here. What? Well, she'll want to see this one. Where's she at?
In her room.
Yeah, it's an awesome. Huh? No, it's a nice one. Okay. Yeah, so now if your kid wants that, I'm going to rearrange the middle finger. I'll take off the middle finger just for all of you. And if you want to order one, I have those in hoodies. I have them for cotton. I can put them on, I can put that image on glass. What else can I put that on, Kelly?
Whatever you say.
Yeah. If you want that on your phone, I can put it on your phone case. Let's see.
iPad covers, selfie sticks.
Right, so we can print that on iPad covers, selfie sticks, phone cases, iPhone 5, iPhone 6, iPhone 7, pillows. What else can I print that on? Blankets, clocks. If you want that on a clock, I can put it on a clock. I'm going to make a clock here in a little bit. Actually, I wonder if, let me see something. I didn't even think about this. Huh? I wonder if it would fit on, well, I could make this work on a 10-inch dinner plate. Man, children would love that. Yeah, children would absolutely love that if I put it on a flat earth dinner plate. I would take off the fingers. So if you have kids and you don't want the middle fingers on there, I promise I'll take it off. And instead of that, you know, I don't even think it needs the hands at all. I just think it's funny. I've always loved Digitus Imputicus. So now, if you want an image, right, and you don't want the nasalies.org on the image, right, I'm going to charge you $5 more because I want to put NASA Lies on everything I print, and I want to make it more value, that everything I print can have nasalies.org on it. So that's the rule, right? That's the goal, that if you spend your money with us, sure, there's profit made in t-shirts. You know, my wife didn't buy me all of these printers so that I make no profit. There is profit that we make in the t-shirt, but it goes right back into flat earthing. It's what is going to be the method by which all of my state directors can come meet you and see you all over the country in their state. So I can also put that on, gosh, what else can I put that on? I guess we could put it on coffee mugs, cups, just doesn't matter. I'm taking a break because I need to get stoned, and I'm not stoned. That's part of my problem. I need to get stoned all the time. Would you wear that fart shirt?
Yeah, I think we'll change that stuff. I think we've already used it up once.
Would you all wear the fart shirt? I mean, I hope so.
I'm wanting a tank top.
I can also, look, holidays are coming up, right? And if you guys want to buy these for the holidays and you celebrate the holiday, I can put your photo, your image, your family member, your children. I can put your Nikon P900 images on there. You should have seen the moon. I did a moon shirt, you know, of the moon that I did. I filmed with my Nikon P900, and I did a moon shirt, and a friend of mine came over and took my shirt away, you know. I love him so much, man. He's a cool warrior. So, all the different things that I need to work on and get done. So somebody said earlier, what, push-ups? Hot off the press, no more push-ups. No more push-ups. I would do some more. But my MS is hurting, man, and I got to figure out why my press is not locking down. It's really problematic to me. Well, it locks down when nothing's under it. Let me see if I can. This is a youth medium, right? So I'm going to shrink the image down so that we can do a youth medium. I see the problem. Sweet. That's 8. Okay, we're good. Good on the pressure. So let's get busy to my next one, right? It's all about that. By the way, this is a size large, okay? There you go, size large, for those of you that want your large, extra large. I have these in all sizes, including children's sizes. And here in just a little bit, I'm going to put this image on a hoodie. So we're going to do hoodies. I may even put that image on the back of my jacket. Just depends how I feel. When my direct-to-garment gets here, I can't wait. I'm going to be able to print that image on shoes. Man, there's nothing I can't do. But I can't smoke a joint right now because I have no cannabis. Well, I will tomorrow. But as of right now, I have no cannabis.
You do right now.
Oh, I do? Before I got all these darn printers, we always had cannabis. Oh, sweet. We always had cannabis. Heather! I love you, babe. Sometimes multiple sclerosis kicks my rear end so bad that I don't want to move. I'm at that point now. I love you too. Come on. All right, next thing that I'm going to work on. You know, there's still a little bit of toner in that. I bet you anything. I'm curious. I wonder if I could get anything else out of that. Do I have an old polyester shirt laying around that's been printed on? Check this out. So I guess we could try printing it on here. I'm always curious if transfers can go 2 or 3 more times, you know. So let's take a look. Hey, Kelly. Kelly, come here. I know we have another white used polyester shirt somewhere that I used for testing. And I want to see, last time I was able to get like 4 images. I was able to get 4 images out of one transfer. I was like, gosh, I can't understand why I'm able to get so many dark images out of one transfer. I don't do it anymore though. But you kind of goof around to see what you can get out of your shirts. So I suppose we can make another one. Where'd you go, Kelly? Hey, this is a medium. Huh? A medium. Any of you ladies out there want a medium? You want a medium for your child? Oh, your child can't wear these. So how about I make one real quick and I take out the... You want me to take out the hands and maybe I should make the banner really big, you know? Oh, I've already printed that. It's got to go, right? Can I have that bag, please? What's wrong? It's a satellite, everybody. Check it out. You want to press this one?
This.
You want to press it? I don't,
This.
do you want to press it? Yes or no?
Yes.
Oh. You want to get the camera so you can know what you're doing? I'll hold it. So she's going to press another one over here. Look, we have more over here, some more farts. Get your other farts right there. And what are these little... Oh, these are... Those, oh, man. Those are... Huh?
400.
Those are... Do I?
$3.99.
It'll go up, don't worry. Let's see, hold that. Well, it's at 400 right now, but... Come over here. Hey, so who wants a Chicago shirt, right? You want a Chicago shirt? Man, I'll make that thing so large. But I tell you what I'm gonna make.
Stop shaking so they can see the image. Okay.
I wouldn't make this one here, but we definitely look okay. Man, this is going to be an awesome shirt right here. And I'll do this in a 13 by 19, so it'll fill up my entire chest. It's huge. That'll be cool. All of these are pretty much. So this one here, everybody, I'm going to turn into a blanket. This blanket here, I think, is going to be, or the throw rug is going to be 5 feet wide by 5.5 feet by length. So I'll make that, and that'll take me 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll take me 8 transfers. 8 transfers. It's going to be huge. What do I have back here? I might end up, everybody, if I'm having fun, I might make some plates tonight or something. It depends how stoned I get. You know, if I get stoned, I get creative. If I don't stay stoned, you know. For those of you that have cannabis grow businesses, right, and cannabis, as we call them, shelters, I can print on mason jars. I can print anything on a mason jar, so You've got your favorite mason jar. Doesn't matter, I can print on it. Bring it to me, I'll print on it. Man, I had something I was looking for. So I think the only thing I want to change in this is I don't like how I think that banner, this right here should in my opinion, and I didn't create the image, I altered it quite a bit, but I think if this was built in my way, in which I will build it or make the design, I'm going to make the words, make a circle, and I think where the hoax begins should be so big that it's like when you look over it, realize, that the print should be so large that it can be seen. And in this case, it's really not. All right, so let's get to the next one. Kelly will. Okay, so remember, I've not yet figured out why my press is not closing as I would like it to. So you're going to have to push down really hard and do not let it up. I'm almost terrified. Man, that image is going to look awesome. Now, keep in mind, this is on a medium shirt, so it's going to pop. It's going to be really large on a medium shirt. Yeah. It's going to be really large on a medium shirt.
I need to get rid of all the excess that's going to come off anyway, right?
Why?
The excess that you're doing.
Yeah, but if you don't, it could leave an imprint. So still gonna look incredible. I bet you never thought you'd be hanging out with a flat earther who's working this late at night, right? Because there aren't too many flat earthers who will sit around and work all night. So I'll set it for you. The reason I left the center part right here, I don't know if I press this shirt in, but let's go ahead and pre-press it. 4. Oh, now it wants to lock, right? I don't understand what just happened there. So that's going to look so awesome. Pick the camera up.
Just let him watch you do it. If I pick it up, it's going to wobble.
It's going to be fine. Here we go. 40 seconds, right? Yeah. See how she turns up. I'm going to pick the camera up. I can't see over there.
Yeah, it's on the shirt.
Of course it's on the shirt. So what do you think, everybody? This is the medium for the females or a small male. The shirt is a beauty, so now I'm going to go smoke a joint, and then here, hold it. Like hold it up to your chest there. Put it like up to your neck. Yeah, that's gonna look great, man. That's a great shirt, everybody. You definitely want to get one. So I'll put the link right below the video where you can order one. Pick one up, right? And then I'll definitely edit out the flipping the fingers. And, well, don't lay it on top of each other. You could, but it's fine. And they have the tag. So this one's going to Canada, to my friend. He made the first GoFundMe contribution. And so there's your shirt, my friend. That one will go out to you all the way to Canada. On that note, we'll come back and you can pick up your shirt and you can bless the creator of that shirt. And every shirt that you buy, we'll send the artist who designed the logo, you know, a payment that will make them smile every time a shirt is sold. And that's what it's about, right? Working with NASA Lies pays in so many ways. All right, so I'm rambling, and I need to go do something else. I got to get the Okie started, and we'll talk to you later, everybody.